Hari Om. My humble pranams to Gurudev, pranams to Swami Brahmanandji, pranams to Mataji, pranams to Sheshadri sir, and pranams to everyone who is present here and who is watching online. Our today first speaker is Mr. Subramaniam sir. So Subramaniam sir is an entrepreneur turned wellness expert. He teaches yoga online and offline for general health and therapeutic. He helps people in practicing Vedantic meditation. He joined study group class from 1994 with late Krishnan Pandiyat, now continuing with Madam Amini Krishnan. So over to Subramaniam sir.
Hari Om everybody. I am Subramanian. There is a saying, when you are ready, the teacher will come to you. Pujya Gurudev. I offer my pranams to Swami Brahmananda, and I am here today because of my teacher, the late Sri Krishnan Padiyat, and today who is guiding us, his wife Ammani Padiyat. It's told in the Shastra, when you are ready, the teacher comes. The teacher, you don't have to go in search of teacher. When Shankara was roaming in the Himalayas, Gaudapada came in front of him. Govindapada came in front of him. In the same way, when Arjuna was ready, Krishna came. So I was taking my kids to Balabhigar for the Shloka class. At that time, it happened somewhere in 1994. I got the acquaintance of Sri Krishnan Padiyat, and this very same week I started attending class in his house, and it goes on till this week. Today the class was cancelled because of this program. So I offer all my pranams to Ved Krishnanji and Ammani Padiyat. Every word I speak here today is because of what I have learned with their acquaintance. For us, the study group members, they are like Ramakrishna Paramamsa and Sarada Devi for us. For me, they are like that. And today, my topic I have chosen is Sannyasa Yoga. Sannyasa Yoga, which is one of the themes discussed in chapter 5, Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Before I get into this topic, let me share some thoughts to you on the styles of life and sadhana. Right? Yoga, Nishtadvayam and Sadhanadvayam. There are basically two styles of life, Grihasthashrama and Sannyasashrama. Brahmacharya ashrama is prelude to Grihasthashrama. So we will consider Grihasthashrama. And Vanaprastha is prelude to Sannyasashrama. So we will take Sannyasashrama. That is what Krishna is also dealing. Grihasthashrama and Sannyasashrama. Now, Krishna almost completes the teaching in the 4 chapters. What was Arjuna's problem was ignorance. Ignorance is the root cause of all the problem. Arjuna is under the total spell of Raga Dvesha. Because of that, till the war was started, he was extremely very confident of smashing everybody. But when the chariot was placed in front of Bhishma and Drona, he got terribly under the spell of Raga Dvesha, which is the root cause of all the problem. And so Krishna gave the teaching. The teaching is almost over in 4 chapters. And again Arjuna raises a doubt. Krishna, you praise both Karma Yoga and Sannyasa Yoga, Jnana Yoga. What is better, you tell me? Now Arjuna has still a doubt in him, a willingness that because he is emotionally charged, he is finding a excuse way to run away from the battlefield. So he is expecting that Krishna will suggest him to take sannyasa. So with that idea in mind, he is asking a question. So chapter 5 starts a question with Arjuna. Krishna, Out of the two, which is good for me, you clearly tell me. Without any doubt, you tell me. Then Krishna says, Arjuna, both are good. Both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga are good. But for you, for majority of people, Karma Yoga is better. Why? Because directly getting into Sannyasa Yoga requires lot of maturity. One cannot get into Sannyasa Yoga directly. In Karma Yoga, in Grihastha Ashrama, in yoga of action, we have support and also we have responsibility. Whereas Sannyasa Yoga, support is also not there, responsibility is also not there. A sannyasi doesn't know when his next meal is going to come. That is why life of a sannyasi. Responsibility is also not there. But it is impossible to go to directly unless lot of preparation are made. Arjuna has got lot of Varya vasanas in him, Kshatriya vasanas in him. They have to be exhausted. Directly jumping into sannyasa, he cannot aim that. Now let us come to sadhana. Whichever lifestyle one chooses, this sadhana is important. Karma yoga and jnana yoga. Both for Grihastha and for Sannyasa Ashrama, this sadhana is important. There is no choice in the sadhana. A Grihastha also has to go through Karma Yoga, which is a means for Jnana Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, which is a means for Moksha. Even a sannyasi, even sannyasa dharma yoga also, even a sannyasa has to follow this Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga to attain liberation. Now Krishna comes, now let us come to the topic. Now with this in mind, for Arjuna, Krishna says it is most suitable for you is karma yoga, yoga of action. You take that. So in that process, Krishna gives some points. I have chosen some slokas which tells what is sannyasa. Let us understand that sannyasa has got nothing to do with external appearance, the way one dresses. There is some people who know Tamil here. I have to quote this a small couplet from Tirukural, the very good work of Tiruvalluvar. He says in that, நீட்டலும் மழித்தலும் வேண்டா உலகம் பழித்தது விடுத்து விடின். Neetal, what? So growing beard is one aspect of sannyasa yoga. Malital, tonsuring the head is one. That is, these are the two indications of becoming a sannyasi. So Tiruvalluvar says, you don't have to become this if you have abandoned what world has told bad. So in a short couplet, Tiruvalluvar has told this. Now let us see what Lord says. In the third sloka is the very essence of this point. In the third sloka he says, he should be known as perpetual sannyasi who neither hates nor desires, for free from pairs of opposites, mighty armed, he is actually easily set free from bondage. Perpetual sannyasi. A wonderful definition is given. Who is a sannyasi? A sannyasi is the one who is able to handle his desires. Our Shastra never says abandon desires. Even when Lord Krishna takes the flute in his hand and plays, he is expecting good music, right? So every one of our God chose their own Vahana, Saraswati, lion, Vinayaka, this mouse, Lord Muruga, peacock, like that. Yes. Desires need not be abandoned. How do we handle desire? That is what we have to learn. That means Raga, Dvesha, Rahita. That was the problem of Arjuna. I have to kill Drona, I have to kill her. Duryodhana, I'll smash. But I don't want to kill Arjuna. I don't want to kill Drona. I don't want to kill Bhishma. He was under the total spell of, he could not handle his Raga and Dvesha. So, Shoka. Raga and Dvesha gives rise to Shoka. Then when your Shoka comes, Moha, delusion, unable to decide which way to go. This is what says. So Lord Krishna says in this, you learn how to handle your desires. That is sannyasa. So a grihastha can be a sannyasi if he or she knows how to handle the desires. Let us take the example. Now we all like stories and examples. No, Janaka, how to be like this? We have the example of Janaka. Janaka's teacher, once he created the illusion of a fire happening. Janaka is a king. We all know. He's a great philosopher too. He was sitting in the class. The whole palace and the huts got fire. All the other students ran. They had their only piece of the alternate loin cloth or a towel in that, and they ran for their kutil and the cloth. Janaka was a king. He sat there. The lesson continued. Then the teacher showed. Always the teacher waits for Janaka to start the class. All the other students were boiling. Why you want to wait for Janaka? Then he told teacher, look now, see Janaka. That is how I wait for the Janaka to come to start the class. So he is a sannyasi who can handle his desires, who doesn't succumb to his desires, who is able to handle the pairs of opposites. He is a real sannyasi, not wearing ochre robe, not growing a beard, not tonsuring the head. They are all not at all the indications of. So the real sannyasa is internal renunciation. It has got nothing to do with external. Internal renunciation. We'll take a few more slokas of the definition of the features of the sannyasa. Now we'll take the next sloka. Yeah. He who does, I'm weak in Sanskrit, so I don't want to, so I'll read the English translation directly. He who does actions, offering them to Brahman, abandoning attachment, is not tainted by sin, just as a lotus leaf remains unaffected by water on it. Another excellent example. Another excellent example. Now, why do we do actions with raga dvesha? Because of ignorance, we feel, because of ignorance and attachment to body mind intellect, we find I am limited to this body mind, I am incomplete. But actually we are eternal, actually we are deathless, but we think the body is deathless, the body is eternal, but we find always there is something lacking. If I do this, I'll complete. If I do this, I'll be complete. If I do this, I'll be complete. So because of that action, we go in circles, and we acquire papa and punya because of actions riddled by raga dvesha. So what? Now we have to perform actions abandoning attachment. If we perform actions like that, transcending the body mind, being a witness, being only a sakshi, that means the papa and punya accumulated by raga dvesha belongs to ego, not to me, the witness, not to me, the consciousness, not to me, the awareness, not to me, the Brahman. So, offering everything to the Brahman, when we perform actions like that, it doesn't add to my sanchita. It doesn't add the load what I have of papa or punya. The example given, wonderful example we have. Whole day, a drop of water is dancing on the lotus leaf, but the lotus leaf is never wet by the water. In the same way, if I perform actions like this without any attachment, attachment means what here? I depend on the world for my satisfaction, happiness, and peace. I am happy if my son does like this. I am happy if my son-in-law or daughter-in-law does like this. I am happy if my mother-in-law behaves like this. That is enslavement. That is shackle. That is bondage. That is samsar. Depending on the outside world for my happiness is samsar. So he is a sannyasi who performs actions completely offering to God. So he is not tainted at all. Take the example of this light. This light is illumining the things in the hall. Some are of different shape, some are square, some are rectangles, different colors, some are clean, some are, but the light has no distinction at all. It illumines everything equally. The light is not in any way affected by the size of the object or color of the object or the cleanliness of the object. In the same way, a person perform action like this without attachment, without raga dvesha, is not tainted at all, like the lotus leaf which is never wet by the water. We'll take the next sloka. The indications, the features of the real sannyas, which is again I repeat, internal renunciation, and which has got nothing to do external. Mentally renouncing all actions and fully self-controlled, the embodied one rests happily in the nine-gate city, neither acting nor causing others to act. Another wonderful sloka. He is a sannyasi who thinks he is not in the body mind. Body mind is in him. We'll take the example of the pot and space. Let us imagine 100 pots are kept here. The space is not in the pot, the pots are in space. We can say the space is in pot provided the pot can condition the space. In no way the pot can condition the space. Right? Space is when the pot is there. When the pot is broken, space is. So it is not the space in the pot, it is a pot in the space. So this sannyasi feels, what is this real sannyasi? Which is an attitude, internal. So he feels, I am everywhere. So in the whole world, only in India, we do namaste like this. Nowhere greeting is done like this. Guru, namaste is same. God, namaste is same. Friend, namaste is same. Everybody namaste is same. Bhagavan, namaste is same. Why? Because when we do namaste like this, it indicates you and me are same. Essentially, you and me are same. Difference is peripheral. So don't look at the different peripheral. It is temporary. It will all go one day. But what is real essence in it is that the sannyasi sees this everywhere. So the sannyasin thinks he doesn't reside in the 9 gates. He is everywhere, and with that feeling, he operates. He feels that he is not the body man having consciousness. He is consciousness. He is consciousness everywhere, using the body mind to reflect. With one more sloka, I'll complete this topic of the real sannyasa. Sages took with an equal eye upon a Brahmana endowed with learning and humility, on a cow, on an elephant, even on a dog and an outcast. Why? Because this is samatvam. This is unity of vision. So many of us are sitting here, but consciousness is one. Because of this fact only, the sannyasin sees everybody same. Brahmana, learned Brahmana, ordinary Brahmana, cow, everybody is same. Because he sees this equality. He sees this oneness everywhere. Ocean, wave, bubble. Essentially everything is water. So what this says is, a sannyasin, what he does, real sannyasin. I keep repeating this. It is internal. So shift the vision from what appears and the substratum which appears as that. So what is the problem? The problem of samsara is attaching importance to what appears, and we get fooled by that, and we keep going in circles. So shift. We are only seeing light. We all know it is physics. We are only seeing light. The light falls on the object, reflects, and we are only seeing light. But that is taken for granted. Vedanta says shift. The sannyasi shifts the vision from the object to that light because of which I see the object. Shift the vision from what is appearing and the substratum because of which one substratum which appears as everything. So this notion, when you get, you are real sannyasin. So a grihastha can be sannyasin. So a sannyasi is not by profession, is not by any job we do, is not by any work we do, is not by any robe we wear, is not by any hairstyle. It is internal renunciation. Renunciation of attachment. Renunciation of the dependence that for my satisfaction, happiness and peace, I depend on the world. Then the shifts. Then what happens? We never work for satisfaction, happiness and peace. We work out of satisfaction, happiness and peace. That is a shift. So this is what I have understood with this chapter as what is a real sannyasin is. So I offer my thanks to this forum, to Swamiji, and my special thanks to, I miss Krishnan. My special thanks to Ammani. It has been a wonderful journey for me since 1994. And it continues. I can tell that, yes, on the path of Nidithyasana, the Vedantic meditation with the guidance of late Krishnan and Ammani, I am on track. It has continue, and continue. So Hari Om, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us, giving the meaning of what is proper sannyasi. Even a grahastha can become a sannyasi, you said that. And the main cause for all our problems is the desire, where because of the wrong desires we get caught into this samsara. Thank you for that. And